Have you ever looked into a man's eyes and felt like he was holding something back? Like there was a moment, so close to something deeper, that just slipped away before it could become real? Not because he didn't care, but because he cared more than you ever realized. What if I told you the man you're thinking of right now might be silently hoping, begging, you to take the first step? Not because he's shy, but because he's terrified. Terrified of misreading you, of making the wrong move, of ruining something that already means too much to him. You see, most men don't confess their feelings with grand gestures or perfect words. They confess through hesitation. Through the way their tone changes when they talk to you, how they notice the smallest details about you, how they show up, quietly and consistently, without asking for anything in return. But here's the heartbreaking truth: most women never see it. And by the time they do, it's already too late. So today, I'm going to show you something very few people ever talk about: the 8 hidden emotional signals a man gives when he's secretly hoping you'll take the initiative. Once you learn to see them, trust me, you'll never look at him the same way again. Let me tell you about my best friend Jess. What happened with her will make you totally shocked. A few years ago, my best friend Jess was caught in one of those confusing, emotionally charged situations with a guy named Marcus. They hung out all the time. He'd light up whenever she walked in the room, but surprisingly, he never made a move. Jess kept thinking, if he likes me, he'll say something. So she waited and waited. Months went by with nothing happening. Every time Jess asked herself if he was interested, she'd get no clear answer. Then, one night, tired of the silence, she half joked, "So, are you ever going to ask me out, or should I just keep waiting?" Marcus laughed nervously and dropped the bombshell. "I've been dying for you to say something first. I just didn't want to scare you off." That moment changed everything. Suddenly, the invisible barrier between them shattered, and what was unspoken became real. But here's the thing: so many people get stuck waiting, afraid to speak up or read the wrong signals. If you've ever been in that same limbo, this video is for you. Because today, we're uncovering the real signs someone's into you, even when they won't say it out loud. As a psychological expert and experience of many years, I can tell you that people often hesitate to express their feelings because of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, or fear of changing the relationship dynamic. If you find yourself stuck waiting for someone to make a move, remember this: taking the first step to communicate your feelings can break the silence and build deeper trust. Silence creates uncertainty, but honest conversation creates connection. Let's talk about the 8 hidden signals that men give when they're secretly waiting for you to make the first move. Sign 1. His body language screams yes, while his words stay silent. He mirrors your movements, leans in when you do, and his feet almost always point toward you. His eyes linger longer than usual, locking onto yours in moments that feel charged. But when it comes to speaking up, he stays quiet. This isn't accidental. It means he wants a connection but is holding back, usually out of fear of rejection, or fear of changing what you already have. His body is saying what his words won't. People often wait for the other to make the first move because vulnerability feels risky. So instead, they drop silent hints, hoping you'll take the lead. If you notice these signs, it's a strong signal that he's waiting for you to break the ice and start the conversation. Sometimes, all it takes is one brave step from you to turn those unspoken feelings into something real. Ignoring these signals can leave both of you stuck in a confusing, almost, relationship. Recognizing and acting on this body language can be the key to finally moving forward. Don't go yet, because sign number 8 will completely blow your mind and change how you see everything. Sign 2. He finds reasons to be around you, but doesn't cross the line. He's always there, offering to help, casually joining conversations, showing up in places you happen to be. But here's the catch: he never goes too far. He doesn't flirt openly. He doesn't confess his feelings. He stays just close enough to be noticed, but never close enough to make things awkward. Why? Because he's walking a delicate line. He wants you to know he's interested, but he's terrified of being too much. He's hoping you'll notice his subtle efforts and maybe even take the lead. His silence isn't disinterest, it's fear. Fear of misreading your signals, fear of ruining the connection. And deep down, he's hoping you'll break the silence first. Because every time he shows up, he's sending a quiet message. I'm here. I care. But I'm scared too. Most people miss it. But the ones who don't, they see the heart hiding behind hesitation. Just like Maya and Leo. Maya worked at a bookstore, and Leo was one of the regulars. He'd ask for book recommendations, linger near the counter, and come by more often than any reader needed to. But he never said anything, until one day, when Maya didn't show up, Leo left a note that read, "I miss the stories you tell, about books and about life." That's when Maya realized, he had never been coming for the books. He'd been coming for her. Sign 3. He opens up about deep, personal things early on. Men don't just spill their emotional truths to anyone. If he's talking to you about his fears, childhood memories, or dreams, he's giving you access to the locked parts of his heart. That level of vulnerability? It's his way of saying, I'm emotionally available, but I need to know you want to come closer. He's testing the safety of your presence. If he senses warmth instead of judgment, he'll go deeper. His openness is not weakness, it's an invitation. And most men won't offer that unless they feel something real. So if he's sharing his inner world, he's already imagining you in it. Because for a man to talk about what truly shaped him, it means you've already earned his quiet trust. He's looking for signs that you'll hold space for his pain, not run from it. Every story he tells is another layer removed. He's not trying to impress you, he's trying to connect. And deep inside, he hopes you'll see the boy behind the man. He's giving you pieces of his past so you can understand his present. He doesn't need a solution, he needs presence. If you listen closely, his openness is his way of asking, can I be my real self with you? Have you ever had someone open up to you like this? Or maybe you were the one afraid to share first? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. Now move to sign 4 you should never miss. Sign 4. He tries to impress you in subtle, non-braggy ways. Watch closely. He's not loudly boasting or showing off. Instead, he casually drops little achievements into conversation, like fixing something around the house or helping a family member move. It's not about bragging. It's his way of quietly saying, I'm responsible. I'm dependable. He's carefully crafting an image without making it obvious, hoping you'll notice his qualities on your own. This subtle approach shows he respects you enough not to oversell himself but still wants you to see him as boyfriend material. It's his silent pitch, saying, trust me, I'm worth your time. If he's doing this, it means he's already thinking about the future with you. He wants to prove he's reliable and caring without pressure or grand gestures. He's building trust slowly, brick by brick, hoping you'll recognize the foundation he's laying. And here's the thing, these small moments reveal more than any big gesture ever could. They show a man who values honesty, humility, and consistent effort. When words fail, these quiet signs speak volumes about his true intentions. These subtle actions also tap into a deep psychological need to be seen and accepted for who he truly is. By sharing his genuine self without exaggeration, he's inviting you into a space of trust and authenticity. Recognizing these quiet efforts can be the key to understanding his true feelings before he ever says them out loud. Psychologically, this subtle impressing is his way of lowering your defenses. He knows pushing too hard can backfire. By showing his worth quietly, he's creating a safe space where trust can naturally grow. Sign 5. He gets awkward or quiet when the topic of relationships comes up. You're in the middle of a fun conversation. Then suddenly, someone brings up dating. And just like that, his vibe shifts. He looks down, fidgets with his fingers or phone, maybe lets out a weird laugh. The guy who was just making you laugh. Now he's silent, maybe even a little flushed. Why? Because the moment someone says the word relationship, his thoughts go straight to you. And that throws him off. He wasn't prepared to show his cards, not yet. So instead of risking a slip-up, he retreats into quiet. It's not that he's not interested, it's the exact opposite. He's trying to manage the storm of feelings he's not sure how to express. He doesn't want to mess things up, or worse, say something that makes you pull away. So he hides behind awkward silences and subject changes, hoping you won't notice how hard he's overthinking everything. And you might catch him stealing glances at you during those conversations, like he's imagining what you two would be like together. But the words never come. Because in his mind, staying silent feels safer than risking everything on a maybe. When a guy acts totally cool and relaxed about love, he's usually not emotionally invested. But when he gets nervous, awkward, or overly quiet, that's when you know there's something deeper brewing under the surface. Sign 6. He makes future plans, but keeps them vague. He talks about concerts next month, new restaurants opening, or trips he wants to take, but he never pins down a specific date with you. Instead, he says things like, "We should go someday," or, "It'd be fun if we did that together." It's not accidental. This vague future planning is his way of testing the waters. He's imagining a future with you in it, but he's not ready to fully commit just yet. It's his way of saying, "I want this to happen, but I'm waiting to see if you want it too." By keeping it open-ended, he protects himself from rejection while still planting the seed of possibility. It's a delicate dance of hope and hesitation. If you catch this pattern, it means he's thinking beyond the present moment, but he needs reassurance before he steps all the way forward. Sometimes these half-planned futures can feel frustrating or confusing, but they reveal a lot about his heart. He's caught between wanting closeness and fearing vulnerability. Recognize this as a quiet invitation. He's waiting for you to take that next step. Psychological fact. According to relationship psychology, people often use vague future talk as a subconscious way to manage their fear of rejection while still signaling interest. It's a protective mechanism that balances hope with emotional safety. Sign 7. He starts conversations but never finishes them. He starts the conversation. Maybe he asks about your favorite band, your weekend plans, or something light and casual, and then, suddenly it fizzles out. No follow-up. No effort to keep it going. And you're left wondering, was he even interested? But here's what's really happening beneath the surface. He's testing the waters, hoping you'll meet him halfway. This isn't about disinterest, it's about vulnerability. He's quietly saying, "I want to connect with you, but I don't want to come on too strong." By dropping the conversation halfway, he's leaving a door open, waiting to see if you'll walk through it. It's his subtle way of asking, "Do you want to keep talking to me too?" So the next time that happens, don't read it as a red flag. Read it as a gentle nudge, an invitation to show him that you're just as interested. Sometimes, men pull back not because they've lost interest, but because they're afraid of showing too much. They don't want to look needy, or worse, be rejected. When you respond with curiosity and warmth, you give him permission to open up more. It's often in those small, unfinished moments that the biggest opportunities for connection are hiding. Sign 8. He introduces you to his inner circle, but slowly. He doesn't rush to introduce you to everyone he knows right away. Instead, he carefully lets you meet a few close friends or family members over time. This slow reveal means he's serious about where you fit in his life but wants to make sure it's right. Introducing someone into your inner circle is a big step. It's a way of saying, "You're part of my world." If he's doing this gradually, it shows he's cautious but committed, wanting to protect both you and his relationships. This careful approach reveals a man who values quality over quantity, choosing to build trust with you before expanding your role in his life. So if you notice him slowly opening up his world to you, consider it a quiet but powerful signal of his growing attachment. He wants to make sure you feel comfortable and accepted by the people who matter most to him. This step isn't just about you fitting in, it's about him sharing his life authentically. When he does this, it means he's envisioning a future where you're more than just a casual presence. He's also testing how you mesh with his closest people, because their opinions matter to him. If they warm up to you, it boosts his confidence in the relationship. This gradual integration shows he's thinking long-term, not just fleeting moments. As a psychological expert, I can tell you that introducing someone to close friends and family is a subconscious test of compatibility. People naturally seek social validation when making serious relationship decisions. So, if he's easing you into his inner circle, it means he's not only emotionally invested but also looking for reassurance that you're a good fit for his life long term. This process helps him feel more secure about opening up emotionally because the opinions of those closest to him matter deeply. It's a sign he's considering a future with you and wants that future to be accepted and supported by his trusted circle. Pay attention to this slow but meaningful step. It often speaks louder than any grand romantic gesture. Moreover, this gradual introduction allows him to gauge your reactions in different social settings, helping him understand how well you blend with his life. It's not just about you meeting them, it's about building a network of shared experiences that strengthens your bond. So, when he takes this step carefully, it means he's committed to making the relationship last. This also shows his respect for your comfort level. He wants the process to feel natural, not rushed. Building this social foundation creates a sense of belonging for both of you, which is crucial for lasting love. Remember, patience here often leads to the strongest, most meaningful connections. So, there you have it, 8 subtle signs that a man is secretly interested in you but waiting for you to make the first move. These signs aren't always obvious, but they speak volumes if you know what to look for. Remember, sometimes the quietest actions reveal the deepest feelings. If you've ever experienced any of these signs or noticed them in someone special, I want to hear your story. Drop a comment below and tell me which sign surprised you the most, or if you've faced this kind of silent wait yourself. Your experience might just help someone else understand their own situation better. Relationships can be complicated, and sometimes the hardest part is reading between the lines. But with a little patience and attention, you can unlock the mystery behind his actions and find the connection you deserve. Don't be afraid to trust your instincts when something feels right. It often leads to the most meaningful moments. And remember, waiting for the right time to act can make all the difference in building something real and lasting. And here's a little reminder: love isn't about rushing or forcing feelings. It's about patience, understanding, and recognizing those small moments that mean so much. So, keep your eyes open and your heart ready. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into love and relationships. Until next time, take care and trust your intuition.